Hi everyone, I'm Erin, and this mini podcast will be about the value of reflecting on your performance. The aim of this podcast is to get you thinking about how you can harness those reflective moments after training and matches to build your knowledge and ultimately enhance your performance. And as you'll see, knowledge is power. So, what do we mean by reflection? Engaging in reflection means thinking about key aspects of your performance to establish your moments of brilliance, your moments of challenge, and what you can learn from all of these moments to enhance your sporting knowledge, your skills, and your performance. Chances are you already spend time spontaneously reflecting on your performance, whether that's debriefing with the team or coach, chatting to friends and family, or working with an analyst. What we want to do is capitalise on something you already do and sharpen those skills so you can get the most out of your reflections. Being curious is key to developing your skills and enhancing your performance. Whether you're working on technical skills, tactical knowledge, or mindset, curiosity around not only what works well, but why it works well, what you find challenging, but also why it's a challenge, and ultimately, what you can learn from this will give you the knowledge to enhance your performance. How many times have you aced those technical skills in training, only to find them difficult to execute in matches? Transferring knowledge from training to matches and vice versa is key to delivering your best performances on match day. But how? Before we go through some ideas on how you can begin to sharpen your reflective skills, it's worth considering a few things. Firstly, let's go back to that idea of being curious. What are the key questions you can ask yourself after training and matches? What knowledge would help you to develop your skills? You might reflect on those moments of brilliance. What went well? Why did it go so well? What can I take from this into future matches? You might also reflect on those moments of challenge. What was challenging? Why was it a challenge? What can I take from this to learn and to improve? It's key to remember, not only do we want to reflect on moments of challenge to identify our next steps, but also highlight those moments of brilliance to replicate them in future performances and to increase your confidence. For example, there may be moments in a match where you execute a skill at a high level. You may then reflect on what helped you to do this. Perhaps you were feeling particularly confident. Perhaps you'd had a good week of training leading up to the match. Or perhaps your preparation was more thorough. These are things worth investigating to replicate those positive performances. When considering the challenging moments, perhaps you were feeling low in confidence. Perhaps you felt distracted and lacking focus. Or perhaps you struggled with performance pressure. These are things that are equally worth investigating to understand where you can look to improve and how you can get support for this. Secondly, you need to make sure that you reflect in a way that works for you. Your time spent reflecting needs to work with your schedule, consider your attention span, and keep you motivated. This may mean that your way of reflecting is different from your teammates, and that's okay. By personalising your approach to reflection, you're working in the best way for you as an athlete and a person. Thirdly, think about when it will be best for you to spend some time reflecting on your performance. For example, you may find it useful to make some brief notes on your thoughts and feelings straight after a match, but you may then revisit this and reflect in more detail the following day once you've had time to rest and recharge. Equally, you may wish to spend some time reflecting on your own before debriefing with teammates, your coach, or the analyst. It's important to consider when it will be most useful for you to reflect on your performance so you can create a routine and maximise the knowledge you can gain. So, what are some of the options of how you can reflect? You may wish to start a training diary. This can be as detailed or as brief as you like, as long as you're answering your key questions and building your knowledge. You may wish to make notes on your phone so you can carry them around with you. Or you might wish to record yourself voice notes that you can play back later. And let's not forget, you'll most likely be also engaging in spontaneous reflection with teammates, coaches, friends and family, which can be great to help you bounce around ideas. So, what now? Think about how you currently reflect on your performances and what you could do to sharpen this approach. Consider what key questions you can ask yourself to increase your knowledge. Become curious. How can you develop your technical, tactical, and psychological skills? What can you learn? And finally, how do you want to engage in reflection? What will work for you? Keep your interest, keep you motivated, and keep you curious. So, in summary, chances are you're already spontaneously analysing your own performances and the performance of your team as a whole. But by becoming curious, sharpening those reflective skills, and really considering how you're reflecting and what you're looking to learn, you can enhance your sporting knowledge, transfer those key learnings from training into matches, and ultimately deliver a better performance. After all, knowledge really is power.